Matt, can you just put that sign up close to your face there real quick?
Yeah.
CC, now you can put it down, and CC, go ahead.
Okay.
So, what company did you work for?
It really wasn't a company. It was a captain named Tillman Hemsley, and he had his own boat and a fine arts business on the side.
Cool.
And we were one of the few boats that went out, that still go out and cater to clients, feeding them breakfast and lunch, and that was did that for several years, for 3 years.
Oh my gosh. So, tell me again about the boat. Was it a workboat, a skipjack? What kind of boat was it?
It was a workboat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's your fondest memory about that whole time and that the boat, the bay, the whole sort of thing?
I think it was just the excitement of when the rockfish are coming into the boat, and when fish are on, that's exciting. And some of the quiet times too, when just watching a sunset, or when things are not happening, it can be a nice reflective time. So.
Absolutely, and I think that's something that's so special and unique around here, is that there's always that calming presence of the water, and it's always so close.
Exactly.
No matter how far inland you go, you feel like you can get to that water right away.
Yeah.
Do you think it's important to protect, why do you think it would be important to protect the bay, save it?
Well, we live off of it. It's it's part of us, really, and our drinking water is connected to it. I mean, there's so many important reasons that you don't want to spoil where you live, and the bay is where we live, so we want to keep it nice, and it's good to have it fishable, and just have it be beautiful is very important too. Shouldn't be spoiled.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of ways to do that, and a lot of it's common sense. Just don't pollute where you live.
Yeah.
So.
Totally. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Do you have children?
I do have a child.
Do they have a relationship with the bay? The kids in the bay, or
not so much yet, but he loves his kayak, so kayaking is another way to enjoy the bay, just as important as a workboat, and the multiple uses of the bay are important, and so but that's his angle on the bay, and that's what he likes to do. So
just real quick, agriculture is an important part of the bay, and we kind of got to skip some questions here.
Yeah, sure.
How can farmers and environmentalists work together to make sure that farmers and environmentalists are part of the future of the bay?
Well, I think in a lot of ways they already are. Very little is done by farmers without a farm plan and working with soil conservation districts and stuff. So maybe I think things are working pretty well in that respect with many conscientious farmers. They have a plan that they have to develop it, and most of them, I think, are trying to go through with it.
Real quick, improvements. They say they're halfway there to cleaning the bay at this point. What improvements have you seen? And that doesn't necessarily mean in the water, but it means like people being more conscious, people having, rain gutters, or people not spraying chemicals on their lawn. What type of improvements have you seen?
I just think that there are more people are more conscious of the fact that that we live here, and they have more ideas for how to just to do their part and try to make things better. I don't really have a
No worries. Great.
I was just thinking from my own perspective, like I'm a beekeeper, and so that the relationship with bees in the bay, you don't really think about it, but it's the wetlands that come up to the bay have a lot of floral sources in them, and so the bees enjoy that part of the bay a lot, and so that needs to be kept pristine too, if possible.
It's really interesting. So like the whole
Yeah, do you have
Ecosystem.
do you have an opinion about the ecosystem in the bay?
Yeah, that's a you know, I mean,
You basically
It's
just said it.
infinitesimal.
that's it. I mean, you know, it's so important that you really can't have an opinion about it. It's just something to preserve and to enjoy, and you know, so I don't, you know, I can't cut it up like a, you know, and I don't have a real zen about it. You know, it just is, and you know,
You want to
I
keep
don't-
it that way.
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I know a little bit about the estuary, and you know that there's a scientific look at the ecosystem, and then there's just, you know, how you feel about it, which is separate from science. But I mean, there's certain things that could be done, you know, to help the bees. That would help the bay, and you know, the neonicotinoid seed coatings that they're putting on corn. They're banned in Europe. They probably should be banned here. You know, that would help. You know, I think more research needs to be done on those seed coatings to make sure that they're safe for bees. If you look at a YouTube video of what happened in Minnesota, and you see the bees flipped over and they're twitching, their nervous systems aren't right. You know, then you know you have second thoughts about putting that on corn seed. To, you know, there must be another way to go, you would think, but
Totally. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
yeah,
Battery warehouse.
that is crazy.
What?
Awesome. Thank you.